If you're watching this, I need you to know something. You're not here by accident. Your heart was guided to this moment, to this message, because there is something Allah wants you to understand, especially now, in this moment of your life. You've been making dua, you've been pouring your heart out in the dead of night, and yet the silence feels deafening. The situation hasn't changed. In fact, maybe it's gotten worse. And that's exactly what we need to talk about. There is a counterintuitive spiritual truth that few people grasp. Life often gets heaviest, the burden feels most crushing, right before your dua is answered. This isn't a sign of rejection. It's the final test. It is the last few moments of darkness before the dawn you've been praying for finally breaks. Think about it. When does a rope snap? Just before it reaches its absolute breaking point. When does the night feel coldest? Just before the sun rises. This period of intense pressure is a sacred phenomenon. It's the final stretch of the marathon where every muscle screams, but the finish line is just ahead. And this is precisely when Shaytan does his most dangerous work. He is a master of timing. He doesn't bother you when your faith is soaring. No, he waits for this moment. He waits for the silence to stretch on, for your hands to feel heavy from being raised in prayer, for your hope to start flickering. And just 2 seconds before the relief from Allah is about to arrive, he leans in and whispers his most poisonous lies. See? He doesn't care. He's not listening. If he loved you, would he leave you like this? Just give up. He wants you to quit the race when your foot is about to cross the finish line. He wants you to drop your hands right before the blessing was about to be placed in them. But Allah, in His infinite mercy, gives you a sign. It's not a loud, dramatic sign. It's quiet. It's internal. It's a strange, unexplainable calmness that settles in your chest, even as the storm rages around you. Your external circumstances haven't changed one bit, but internally, something has shifted. You feel a quiet peace, a sense of surrender. That is not from you. That is Allah al-Fatah, the opener, beginning to work on your heart before He works on your situation. He is softening your heart, preparing it to receive the blessing He is sending. He is teaching you that true peace doesn't come from changing circumstances. It comes from trusting Him within them. This calm is a divine secret, a spiritual anchor letting you know that help is near. We see this pattern in the lives of the prophets. Look at the story of Yusuf. Peace be upon him. He spent years in that prison, forgotten, betrayed, alone. Can you imagine the duas he made? Can you imagine the moments he must have wondered if Allah had abandoned him? But those years in the well and the prison were not a punishment. They were a preparation. They weren't a sacred rejection. They were a sacred delay. Allah was forging a ruler in the crucible of suffering. He was teaching Yusuf patience, wisdom, and reliance on Him alone, so that when he was finally given power, he would wield it with justice and humility. His pain had a purpose that was far greater than his immediate release. The prison was the training ground for the palace. So what do you do when you find yourself in this final, painful stretch? When the weight feels unbearable and Shaytan's whispers are their loudest? The action is simple, but it is profound. In that moment when the pain peaks, when you feel you can't go on, just close your eyes and whisper from the depths of your soul, Ya Allah, I trust you. I don't understand, but I trust you. That is the statement that shakes the heavens. That is the surrender He has been waiting for. And it is in that moment of complete, desperate, beautiful submission that the angels in the heavens say, Ameen to your dua. The answer to your prayer is tied not just to your words, but to the state of your heart. When you can trust Him in the storm, you've passed the test. So tonight, when you go into sujud, don't just ask for your problem to be removed. Go down and say, Ya Rab, my heart is ready. I trust your plan. I trust your timing. Pour out the pain, but leave behind the trust. Because the relief you've been seeking might be just one sincere sujud away.